Hello, my wonderful people. Greetings to you all. Good morning to you all at this point in time. I'm arriving again this morning. I'm arriving from Azerbaijan. On another country they call Azerbaijan. And from that place, I just arrived this morning. So make I carry this better to read way there in front of me now. Give my Ipob'S people and my Biafran people worldwide, both home and in diaspora. Ladies and gentlemen, I beg sharpen your ear, make you hear this breaking news. Ipob'S replies Governor Mbah on plans to end Monday sit at home in Enugu State. So, my great people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, I don't carry waka come this morning. No, this issue of ending sit at home in Enugu State, whereby the governor of Enugu State, I never hear his voice where he said anything concerning the freedom or release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only thing he emphasizes on is to make sure that you tax the people, you force them to go back to the markets, whereby they are doing all this thing willingly. They never call you that you must declare public holidays. This one is willingly, that they just want to show respect to our able leader and brother who have been in a solitary confinement for close to 2 years now. Even our so-called prominent men in the southeast, no one is saying anything about him. It's only few people that will come out and say today, tomorrow, when they are being threatened about their past, they will keep quiet and never say anything about it. And that is the problem we are having in the southeast. That is why you see most prominent men, the likes of our Semi Amadioha, will be out of Enugu. He can never say anything about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because if he did, all the oil wells he controls, they will take it over from him. Yes, that is the simple truth. What about Emeka Ofo? All these ones have been the one, they have eaten deep into the system. And the system also have eaten deep into them. They can, when they see the truth, they will turn it upside down, because when you say the truth, the Fulani Caliphate or the Sokoto Caliphate and Fulani Cabals will come after you and reveal your secret. That is how what they did to our brother Ipob'S, Rochas Okorocha. When you think that, oh, I have gotten it all, I can speak Hausa, I can do that, this, I can do that. When they open his own chapter, just small movie is what they open for him. From that day till today, nobody is hearing about Rochas Okorocha again. He have run, because they have treated him to open all his dark past, all the money he siphons during as a senator and also as a governor of Imo State. That is the problem you are having. If you stand on integrity, you cannot fear anybody. You feel me? Oya darada adaha told you that. As Ipob'S stands now, not that he don't have a dark past, not that he is so innocent, but he can tell you at any time, any day, that you should prove him wrong. Probe him. Go and verify. Now you just come out from nowhere. Now you want to end it at home that you didn't start. You want to end something that you didn't even know how the thing start. You want to stop something that you don't even know how the thing come in place, simply because you feel that they have already threatened you and tell you to end the sit at home. If this thing is not paying them from the federal level, then why are they so concerned about the sit at home? I thought they want the economy of the southeast to die. I thought they want the insecurity, confusion to be everywhere in the southeast. Now they are complaining about the sit at home, to the extent of commissioner of police deploying all necessary armors, looking for anywhere that they see there's a gathering, and they start to shoot our people on sight for nothing's sake. Anyway, sir, my wonderful people, I don't want to go too much or go deep into this. I think let us read the main news so that you will understand what I am trying to say. If you never subscribe to my channel, this is the right time for you to do that. Subscribe, like, share, and also comment. It is very, very necessary and very, very important. So as we are waiting, or as we are doing all this, please let us go straight to the reason why we are here. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob'S, has agreed with the governor Peter Mbah-led government of Enugu State on ending the sit at home still observed by some self-proclaimed agitators in the state. Recall that Ipob'S had declared a sit-at-home protest on Mondays across southeast states to draw the attention of the international communities to the continued detention of its embattled leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The group subsequently withdrew the directive, admitting it was causing hardship for people in the region. Nigeria will recall that Governor Mbah declared earlier that schools, markets, retail outlets, hospitals, motor parks, and malls must be open on Mondays or would be forced to shut down. Reacting in a statement made available to newsmen on Monday through its spokesman, Mbah, Ipob'S said it has since backed out of the sit-at-home as ordered by Kanu and agreed by top members of the Biafra groups. Ipob'S, however, cautioned the Enugu state governor against using force to clamp down on residents in his bid to end the sit-at-home in the state. Nigerians understand that some hoodlums said to be backed by Kanu's self-proclaimed disciple, Simon Mbah, have been enforcing the sit-at-home protest, creating fear in the residents who want to go out for their normal businesses. Governor Mbah, however, berated the continued exercise, saying the order had killed the spirit of entrepreneurship, commerce, and the creativity of residents of the state. He noted that he has set up a task force to monitor compliance with its new directive from Monday, June 5, which is yesterday. Ipob'S member, however, clarified in the statement on Monday that it had no hand in the continuous sit-at-home hijacked by some criminal elements in the state. The statement reads, after our leadership initiated the Monday sit-at-home order to demand the release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Ipob'S leadership has long directed stoppage of the existence of the exercise to avoid criminals capitalizing on that to harm our people. Though some Biafrans continue with Monday sit-at-home voluntarily, as our leader predicted. After the suspension order, some criminals and infiltrators hijacked it and started committing crimes and enforcing non-existent Monday sit-at-home. The Enugu State Governor, Dr. Peter Mbah, should be made aware that Ipob'S has already suspended Monday sit-at-home. For him to publicly associate Ipob'S with Monday sit-at-home is obnoxious. If Mbah wants to return normalcy on Mondays, he has the support of Ipob'S because those enforcing non-existent Monday sit-at-home are criminals in the hood. Anybody enforcing non-existent Monday sit-at-home order is not helping Ipob'S and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every member of Ipob'S and Biafrans should be coming out on Mondays for their businesses. The governor must know that the Nigerian police know the criminals and the hideout of the criminals who enforce it at home in some communities but are claiming to be Ipob'S, but they are not. We are directly calling on Mbah to never allow a single person to die because of this exercise, because we don't know anything about it. Ipob'S said the recent call by the Nigerian security agencies to stop Monday sit-at-home is a call that will be used as a license to target and kill Ipob'S members and innocent Biafran citizens. I know. It urged Governor Mbah to be careful not to be used by enemies to target and attack Ipob'S members and ESN operatives. Mbah should never make the same mistake Anambra State Governor Prof. Chukwuma Soludo made by using the Nigerian compromised security to stop Monday sit-at-home. Any attempt to use murderous Fulani control security to stop the sit-at-home is an indirect way of killing your own people. Such moves will always be counterproductive. Such measures failed in Ebonyi, Imo, and Anambra, and it will fail in Enugu if it is applied. We support him to stop the Monday sit-at-home as we have stopped the sit-at-home. Allow the Monday sit-at-home to die off naturally by engaging our people, the statement added. Well, I agree with you totally, Mbah. Yes, not that the statement I made earlier, not that I'm supporting the sit-at-home because it is killing the economy of the Southeast and we are doing ourselves. But in other words, something needs to be done and it needs to be done urgently. The forces you are putting in the Enugu state, the way you are trying to handle the issue, if you all, the 5 Eastern governors, come together and said, we need to do what? We need to have, we need to deliberate on how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be freed. Yeah, the same issue applies to all the 5 Eastern state governors. If they can come out openly and deliberate on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I think by now it could have been a forgotten issue. When Sunday Igboho was held in Benin Republic, even including Obasanjo, went there to visit him, talk with him, and let Buhari know that that boy is not supposed to be there, and he was freed. Who are among our prominent men, the people who call our prominent men, have they said anything about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The likes of Emeka, who used to visit Anambra State with almost 1 million policemen with AK-49 and AK-4010, have not even for once condemned that act of abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. Semi Amadioha will be Enugu, who is a dragging president for Zurudo, have not said anything about it from day one. And many more. There's people that will say something and the government will listen. But the same people who are trying to sabotage this sit at home are still the same people who are still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there because they have not done anything to release him from the captives of the DSS. Anyway, my wonderful people, I don't want us to say this much. Let us pick other news that we have. Presidential Tribunal, P2B tenders results of 8 more states in evidence. Before he have tendered 6, now another 8. Because he promised the tribunal that he is going to produce result of 18 states of the federation that he won election, but it was compromised, according to the news I got last time. The Labour Party presidential candidate P2B continued his case before the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal Court in Abuja on Monday, presenting further presidential election results from 8 different states. Accepted as evidence by the Justice Haruna Sinami Lake panel, the results from the Ebonyi, Nasarawa, Delta, Kaduna, Imo, Ondo, Sokoto, and Kogi states were examined. Various number of local government areas. Local government results from each state were presented, ranging from 7 local governments in Sokoto State to 26 local governments in Imo State. These were all marked as exhibits. Obi, who placed third in the presidential election won by President Bola Tinubu of All Poverty Congress, APC, vowed to bring additional exhibits to the court to support his claims of rigged elections. Obi's lawyer Patrick Ikwoto spoke about a fresh application to be presented by at the next adjournment and apologized for the late submission of documents they plan to represent in the court. However, APC's counsel, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, expressed frustrations at this, criticizing the petitioners' disregard for the pre-hearing report's requirement to file and serve documents at least 24 hours before the hearing. Specifically, Obi and the Labour Party are challenging the validity of President Tinubu's victory. They maintain that Tinubu was not qualified to run due to the previous legal issues that his running mate Shetima was still the nominated candidate for a senatorial election. Furthermore, they argue that the election was invalid due to corrupt practices and non-compliance with the Electoral Act. The petitioners request the court to declare that all votes for Tinubu and the APC were wasted due to his non-qualifications. They want either a declaration that will be won based on the remaining votes or an order for a fresh election where Tinubu, Shetima, and the APC will not participate in the exercise. Reaction as a man who voted for Tinubu in 2023 election regrets his action. Let us see what really happened. A Nigerian man who allegedly voted for President Bola Tinubu in the 2023 election has sparked reactions online over his observation on the current happening in the country. Nigerian report that Nigerians have been groaning following the hike in fuel and transportation process across the country. Earlier, the Twitter user at the handle at Abotunde had mocked supporters of the Labour Party presidential candidate P2B for being toxic, stressing that Tinubu will be president for 8 years and they cannot change it. In a tweet today, the man stated he is beginning to regret his action for supporting and voting for Tinubu in the last election. According to him, the president seemed to lack empathy, adding that God should use the tribunal. This tweet sparked reactions among many netizens who mocked him. Let us see the reactions of netizens concerning this very tweet. At Alaboro 147 wrote, this one don't buy fuel 4 liter for 2,500 naira. Icheribo wrote, all of us must surely collect in this administration. Yes, now because no any gas station that are selling cheap price for APCs or the one who supported the incoming administration. Everybody must surely collect. Now be the thing. Ada Nkunwafo wrote, oh, you all really thought obedience will suffer more or suffer alone or something. No, maybe they don't understand that Osimi Usuanya Usu Okwodo according to Elehandeka wrote, now you sing on your mandate I shall stand. Pass during campaign. On your mandate, don't tire to stand. Just you never even reach 1 week. In the trek now. Today Shege successfully saying, now morning we day. Relax, bro. We gather we gather day. My annoyance is they say they for select you all mandate standards and share the Shege accordingly. Why the disobedience like you called us laugh at you all. Thunder, we do what? We meet you for that disobedient name. Nton. MacPaid wrote, I have been telling APC supporters over and over and over that Tinubu don't care how much you buy things. It is my strong point against him and why I never support him. I always tell them that we saw him do it in to Lagosians. We saw him turn Lagos state to rich state while Lagosians pay through their noses to keep Lagos rich, of course. How you go inconvenient human beings to keep state rich? Some say we be Omale, Yoruba. Well, I know one say, Shebi, we told you yet. Make we wait and see what happens. At Chief Official wrote, music never starts. Or I don't complain of leg pain. I beg you, make another complain because we still have a long way to go. We still have a very long 4 years to 8 years because anybody who rule 4 years will like to complete his tenure. Dika Oliver wrote, BAT, that is BAT, told you people that he will reduce the purchasing power, but you were all high on colors, on color or color. Just wait until he does the next. Widen the tax net, then you see Sege Banza. Well, my wonderful people, I beg you, I don't feel laughing. Make I just carry waka. Go meet Oga Tinubu. He don't go meet Femi Falana, the human rights activist lawyer, and SAN. I don't know what he's discussing with him, whether he want to appoint him the Minister of Petroleum. I don't know, but if he can do, I think that will be more better. Fuel subsidy, details of Tinubu's meeting with Falana emerges. The details of meeting between President Bola Tinubu and the human rights lawyer Femi Falana, SAN, at the presidential villa in Abuja have emerged. Nigerian report that Falana visited the president on Saturday over the looming Nigerian Labour Congress strike following the removal of petrol subsidy. A source who was privy to the meeting said Falana, who is the lawyer of the Nigerian Labour Congress and an affiliate unions for decades, met with the president Tinubu on how best to handle the removal of subsidy and how to ensure that the pain of Nigerians does not worsen. The senior advocate was also said to have discussed the war against corruption with Tinubu and how best to recover funds that have been stashed in foreign jurisdictions. The source told People Gazette that the meeting was a sequel to a letter that the human rights lawyer had written to Tinubu on the economy and how he could succeed doing the right thing. Falana met with Tinubu on Saturday. They discussed how best to handle the removal of subsidy and how to ensure that the pain of Nigerians does not worsen from here. Tinubu will continue to consult respected Nigerians in his administration, including members of the opposition and civil rights groups, he said. Speaking with the reporters on Monday, Falana confirmed that he met with the president on behalf of the Nigerian Labour Congress, adding that the meeting was open and sincere. The senior lawyer added that they discussed the first subsidy issue and how to tackle wealth in government and recover looted funds. He said it is true that I met with President Tinubu on Saturday. We discussed subsidy and how to tackle wealth in government and recover looted funds. The aim is just to ensure that the economy picks up quickly. Call all our past governors and presidents. Let them come and account how much they have stolen from our treasury. As simple as that. There's no two ways about that. Islamic dominance. You are a confirmed religious bigot. APC chieftain fires El-Rufai. APC, a chieftain of the All Poverty Congress (APC) in Plateau State and former national director of Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN), Samuel Kwamku, has described former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, as a religious bigot, warning him not to set Nigeria on fire with his utterances. Speaking at a press conference in Jos on Saturday, Kwamkoa expressed disappointment at the utterances of the former governor. What do you expect? Somebody who allowed bandits on free spray, on free movement in southern Kaduna to be killing the innocent Christians there. What do you expect? This man is a religious bigot. Everybody is aware of it. But what I don't understand is why should they vote for him to be the president, the governor of Kaduna State? Nigeria will report that he was reacting to statements allegedly credited to the former Kaduna governor, in which he allegedly told his audience before handing over to his successor that the Islamic dominance in Kaduna had been successfully replicated in Nigeria and that it shall continue. Have you seen it? And it shall continue. That means the continuous killing of the innocent Christians in that Kaduna will continue from where he stopped. And the international community, the Nigerian security forces, and the CAN, everybody is silent over this statement. But later an Igbo man now, or a Christian, make a single statement, they will charge him for blasphemy. El-Rufai, he alleged, equally told his audience that in the course of the electionary campaigns, when the Christians tried to ask questions on why the Muslim ticket, he deceived them that it was not for religious dominance, when in reality, the tickets both nationally and at the state level were for Islamic domination. He alleged that in the video containing the speech, which has gone viral on social media, El-Rufai further said that the victory of Bola Tinubu has silenced the Christian Association of Nigeria, adding that he will sustain an Islamic dominated government for 20 years and unending, not only in Kaduna State, but in Nigeria at large. While reacting to El-Rufai's comment, Kwamko noted that the classification of the citizens of his state as them versus us meant that the former governor cannot be exonerated from the wanton killings, demolition of houses, and places of worship of Christians in Kaduna. Exactly the point. He said he was surprised that El-Rufai, who was contemplated as one of the qualified persons to be anointed as the chief of staff to Mr. President or Secretary to the government of the Federation, had turned himself into a confirmed religious bigot with a hidden agenda to destroy the country using religion. He advised El-Rufai not to use his utterances to mislead Nigerians into thinking that President Bola Tinubu's electoral victory was purposely to Islamize Nigeria and nothing else. The former national director of CAN said, "Ordinarily, I have had Islamic clerics preach that Tinubu's Muslim ticket in further runs is an Islamization agenda. And despite that, I am one of those who contributed in the discouraging Christians and Nigerians from accepting such as true, because I believed in the antecedents and character of His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu." But hearing from a political leader like El-Rufai, a close associate of Tinubu and Shetima, an active participant in the campaign, who was contemplated as one of the qualified persons to be appointed as the chief of staff to Mr. President or secretary to the government of the Federation, confirmed that there is a hidden agenda to be mindful of. In the said address, Malam El-Rufai spoke like one of the religious bigots that have been working underground to set the nation on fire. Amongst his ill-motivated statements, which I can only paraphrase for now, El-Rufai confirmed that he is a leader of the Islamic terrorist group operating in the Sambisa forest albeit disguising himself as a governor in a complex nation like Nigeria. Firstly, El-Rufai in speech wondered why he should give them a deputy governor when most of them cannot vote for his party. That he calculated and discovered we can win an election without them, hence why give them a deputy. From El-Rufai's classification of the citizens of his state as them versus us, one needs no angle to tell you that he cannot be exonerated from the wanton killings, demolition of houses, and places of worship of Christians in Kaduna. Secondly, Madam El-Rufai went further to state that Islamic dominance in government in Nigeria will bring peace, justice, and fair play. He assured the gathering that he will sustain an Islamic-dominated government for 20 years and unending in Nigeria. This outburst retraces his extreme fanaticisms and display his ignorance of what constitutes justice, equity, and fair play. Discrimination, ethnic profiling, and all genocidal attempts to consume a race or religion constitute injustice and are recipes for anarchy and crisis in the land. Thirdly, he told his audience that in the course of the electoral campaigns, when they tried to ask questions on why the Muslim ticket, he deceived them and told them lies that it was not for Islamic dominance, but actually indirectly is for Islamic dominance in Nigeria. He boasted that the Islamic dominance in Kaduna has been successfully replicated in Nigeria and it shall continue. He said further that the victory of Asiwaju has silenced the Christian Association of Nigeria. The question is it only Muslims that voted for Asiwaju? Who voted for Atiku and Peter Obi? I guess it was only Christians. How could a sitting governor, former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and a potential key government appointee be this callous and insensitive? I recall in one of my visits to a friend in Kaduna, he expressed his views about Madam El-Rufai's involvement in the killings in Kaduna, and I kept arguing that he should be given the benefit of the doubt. But watching El-Rufai addressing the Muslim Ummah, I have no doubt in my mind that Madam Nasir El-Rufai is one of those behind the unending religious crisis and insecurity in Nigeria. Continuing, the former Khan official added, for the record, Christianity does not practice deception as a principle or mode of operation. The Holy Bible admonishes Christians to say the truth at all times. Christians are also taught unconditional love regardless of religion, region, and background in the Christian faith. The Holy Book frowns against the religious discrimination and dominance. The definition of justice, equity, and fairness is hanged on providing platform for the involvement of all regardless of their population, religion, or tribe. We also believe that God is the giver of life and power. He gives to whoever he wishes and takes it at the time he so wishes. Hence, boasting of any sort is an open challenge to God's sovereignty. Being a member of the Nigerian Interreligious Council, I have closely interfered with respect Islamic leaders of high repute and found out that there are Muslim leaders, unlike Madam El-Rufai, who are deeply concerned about the peace, development, and growth of Nigeria without pretense. Truly speaking, El-Rufai is a setback to the peace process that NIREC has been battling, which in the midst of religious upheavals, Madam El-Rufai Nasiri has exhibited blatant misuse of the trust that God gave him and confirmed that he is an extremist who has largely contributed to the pains of the very people he took an oath to protect in the guise of working for his religion. Now, so the thing take bio. So, my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers all over the world, now here we go take back our kaya and I go with the go show. If you never subscribe to my channel, this is the right time for you to do that. Subscribe, like, share, and also do what? Comment. It is very, very necessary. And I will come your way again with another blockbuster. I have a lot of goodies in my bag today. So make sure I just okay? Subscribe and like, share at any platform you belong to. Make sure that this video goes viral. The response of Ipob'S, yes, Ipob'S to Dr. Peter Mbah of Enugu State Have a nice day. May the good Lord bless us all, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Bye for now. Que Messiano.